something that Foch posted that said the number one search realtor.ca term or city was Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you something, that people are looking online for these other options where they want to go. I think there's a limit that, even though right now I still like, I'm bullish on Toronto long term. It's a great city. It's going to be where it is, but people are at their limit. They're at their financial limit. They're at their emotional limit. There's going to be people who are spreading. What do you think, Zen's, going to happen as far as like urban sprawl throughout the other provinces? Do you think that we're going to see people? Is there going to be incentives for immigrants to want to move to these other cities? Is there going to be, people wanting to move to just for cost of living? Like, what's the
100%. I talked to a lot of young people who have a condo. They're like, well, do I sell the condo and buy a home here? It's like all over $1 million, or do I sell this place and I can be mortgage free in Calgary? And the thing that keeps coming up is like, if one of them can work remotely and the other one can't, the one who can't work remotely has a hard time going there, right? Whereas the one who can remote will probably potentially think about it.
Sure.
But like, it makes a lot of sense. Like, I think if we are going to talk about a lot of people moving to Calgary, and I think there's a lot of people like net immigration, intra-migration out, there's been tons. But the problem is that we still have more and more immigration coming in that's coming into the city, right? So I think net Toronto's going to gain population, and so will like places like Calgary. And the unfortunate thing is it's just going to be really expensive to live in Toronto, and you basically have to be like super wealthy or your family has been here to actually own a home.
So, but how many houses transact in Toronto in a year?
80, 90,000 in GTA
on the MLS
on average on MLS. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need like, let's say 80 to 100,000 buying groups that can afford something, right? Like, it's not that many when you think about it. And you got all these people coming in, and all people have to do stuff internally, and all the immigration. Like, it's not that high a bar, is it?
I don't think it is. Like, I work with a lot of people kind of like in their 30s, right? And most of them have a lot of help from parents, right? And it's not like you have to have rich parents, but again, I'll give you kind of like idea from my culture. Anyone who immigrated here in the early 90s, you would have bought real estate, kind of like TK's story, for like $150,000, $180,000. And like a lot of them bought homes in like Riverdale. This is like where the East Chinatown is. They all settled there. And culturally, you just buy the home and you pay off the debt because you're afraid of interest. But these guys were like mortgage free in like 10, 15 years. Now that home is now worth like $1 million, $1.2 million, just a part of land. And that's being divvied up into all the kids. And then they now have a down payment, and they just get a regular mortgage of like $500,000 that they can get on like an $80,000, $90,000 income. And they're good to go. So like, it's just the money keeps getting passed down, because if you own real estate, your equity is there to pass on multi-generation. The things that suck is people who come in and they don't have that kind of help. You basically have to make like $200,000 before you even start saving for the down payment. So that's alienating a lot of people. But our transactions still keep happening because there's so much equity in the system. 100%. Prices have more than quadrupled in the last like 20 years. So anyone who's in the system can have it passed down. It's the wealth transfer. But it's just the people who aren't able to get in is the ones that are going to be contemplating the move to a different cities or different opportunities, so they actually own a home. And it's going to be very segregated. That's it.
Well, what the guy in Eagle Lake
licking their chops.
Oh yeah,
they love it.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think the percentage of mortgage-free homes is in Toronto?
Well, they say in Canada it's like a third.
In Toronto, what do you think? I saw someone post.
I thought it was like 50%, wasn't it?
One of my colleagues posted it.
I'm gonna say like 40, 45.
Good. 43% mortgage-free. That's good then.
How'd you get that number?
I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool.
I got a chart of all the cities. 43%.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
No mortgage.
No mortgage. Untapped equity. Now I would question that number, because does that count line of credits? Because now you're pulling from it, right? Not like a registered charge.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.